I wonder how long this part of the stream will last, because Tifa has been waiting for a delivery all day, quite literally all day, and they are allegedly now 3 stops away.
An hour ago it already said 7 stops away. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be there just before stream good, but unfortunately he didn't make it. I feel like this online tracking is the worst thing that has been invented. Because now where, in the old day you would sit in front of your window waiting for the delivery car the entire time. And now you can actually track him. And I wonder how often he already sneezed. With my full attention on this tracking device.
Yeah. And if you tell me he's 11 stops away, then I don't know how long that takes. Is that an hour? Is that half a day? How long exactly is that? But I know that I will keep see, I can't even talk anymore already. I will keep checking that app, or I will be refreshing that website every 15 seconds, because is it 10 stops now? Is it 10 stops now? Is it 9 steps now? It's annoying.
Basically.
Welcome in Psycho.
How are you doing? Ordering packages in this heat, poor delivery drivers. I do feel bad for the delivery driver. I didn't even want to order it, if I'm being honest. I was gonna get it yesterday at a...
store. A hardware store.
At a hardware store, but they don't have the item that I need to fix the balcony door. So I had to order it online.
The pulley system for our blinds has broken. I don't know if this is like German technology stuff or if this exists in other countries, but there's this... Our blinds work, or shutters, not blinds, I think they're shutters. They work with a stupid pulley system that is both outside and inside the wall. And the part that has broken, unfortunately, is the one that is in the wall that has like a counterweight, so it pulls it back in by itself. It's an easy fix. You just get a new one and for like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks. So it's not the end of the world. We're not gonna die from this. But why don't they have those in store? Oh yeah, because every apartment building other than ours doesn't use those because they're trash.
Yeah, but that's what you get for not moving into Neubau.
Yeah, or...
This is just an old-fashioned thing. Back when we had to pull by hand.
Tifa's like, why don't we move into a different apartment? Because we can't afford it. That's an unfortunate truth in Germany and other countries. I'm not saying that's a us thing. We couldn't move if we wanted to, because we will get a shittier location with worse local options, less access to public transport, less square meters, less rooms probably too, for more money.
Yeah.
So we're stuck here. And we'll be complaining about this till Kingdom Come, so please bear with us.
So yeah, it could be that we interrupted for a small break. But it could also still be another hour. I mean, who knows? Whenever
the doorbell rings, I'll be pressing the break button, just like last time. And this time, Tifa will not try to tell you a story when that happens. Complain about all the regulations, etc. Okay, fine, just because you asked so nicely. I don't understand a lot of things, but one thing I don't understand about buildings in particular is we live in Germany. That's part of the European Union, right? And being part of the European Union is great for a number of things, like roaming fees. I can go to a neighboring country and my phone contract just still works. I don't have to pay anything extra. Awesome. Great. Unified chargers. Everybody uses USB-C now. Awesome. Great. Less cables to carry along. Awesome stuff. But then there's things like...
the UK.
Brexit. Yeah, not the UK. That's too general. There's great people living in the UK. I know at least 2 of them. But just saying.
I was just thinking of that because you were talking about the cables. Whenever you go to the UK, they have those stupid plugs, so you need to get these adapters.
Yeah. That's not my point. My point is, I don't understand how the German building code can be, and I think literally 3 times as much text as the Dutch building code. I think that was the comparison I once saw in a TV show. I've never been in the Netherlands and I felt unsafe in a building. I don't recall ever reading about buildings just randomly collapsing in the Netherlands.
Honestly, it's shitty everywhere. Well, we're really bad at building garages. They collapse quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't live in a garage. And I don't care for cars, so...
But it's shitty anywhere though, because here the regulations might be a bit harder. But in the Netherlands, they build less because of the CO2 uitstoot.
Oh, because of air pollution, yeah.
Because of air pollution. So we can't build houses because building houses causes air pollution.
But the thing is, the Netherlands, if you ask me at least, actually did a smart thing. You guys, or your government, actually paid attention to why your air becomes less breathable. Because of the unique geography of the Netherlands, certain pollutants stay in the breathable air area. So they actually have meters to check the air quality for this. So they realized we need to have a speed limit on our highways and we need to limit things like building new buildings, because if this stuff gets too much, this won't be good for everybody.
Doesn't really work when you have like a 6 million shortage in houses. 6 million is a bit much.
Would you rather wait longer for housing or suffocate and have lung cancer? That's a trick question.
I was trying to make a big bad joke because that's like 2 birds with one stone. Oh, that's dark.
That is awfully dark. Who hurt you today, Tifa?
It's the heat.
I did actually, but that's a story for later.
Oh, we haven't complained about the heat yet. We should put that in real quick.
It's not as warm as yesterday, so I'm warm.
Okay, now we can scratch that off too.
Fans are on, I am warm. It's okay, I'll live with it. No, but I really don't understand how we cannot, as a European Union, all come together. I know this would cost a tremendous amount of money and time and resources, but I would like the following to happen. I want all the countries to come together and look at all of their laws. Just how many countries I know? 30? Let's say 30. I lost track. Like 30 countries. Why don't all 30 countries come together and put, for example, all 30 building codes next to each other? And then we can see which one's the best. And then we adapt that one.
I'm not sure if that fully works. Doesn't it also have to do with ground?
Yes.
Like I'm not in that field at all, but
I'm not knowledgeable at all. I would assume so, but then you can have special cases for this. I'm talking about the general building code.
We can't even come together for a pandemic. Let alone when it comes to laws.
Yes. I understand, and that's an issue I also don't like. I'm just saying, for all the bureaucracy that exists, can't we make bureaucracy work for us? Like, can't we just, I don't know, equalize things between countries? I know this doesn't work for every single thing. Like countries that have to deal with swampy areas, for example, will have provisions for that, versus somebody having to build more in the mountains. Like Norway and Switzerland, for example. I get that. I'm not saying just break things.
Yeah, you're on the right track, but I think...
Why don't we have like a best practice kind of pool of ideas and just pull from that?
Too easy. I think the closest Europe has ever come to get together is when Joost Klein brought out Europapa.
I think you know
there's some truth in that.
In recent memory, yes. However, I want to say we have a common currency in most countries. That's pretty convenient. I already mentioned the cable thing because I'm easy and simple like that. Basically, free travel. You don't really have border controls anymore within the Schengen area. That's also super convenient. Free flow of labor and goods. Haha, Brexit. Besides that,
those things are really convenient.
Yeah,
should be a worldwide thing. Imagine.
I agree. I think at one point the science fiction idea of a world government will become a thing. Unfortunately, the cynical part of me thinks we're at least 2 world wars away from that. Like, people have to realize that they want to work together. I don't think we're quite there yet.
It's not going to happen.
Full disclaimer, I'm not saying we need to have a war or something like that. I'm fully in favor that we all just realize we should work together. That would be great. That'd be super swell.
Ain't happening, because that means a lot of people lose power. And that's not on the planning.
Then I
But
want
you know who
Star
does
Trek.
hold all the power? Mattenard with being second. Congratulations. How are you doing?
And also for being a doctor. Congratulations.
I'll take it.
Welcome.
Just looked it up, and basically every party wants to reduce the regulations.
And
All of them
fucking
say it,
do
all
it.
of them want it, but none of them will do it. Ah! There it is!
Delivery.
BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
Yay! Great timing. Thank you, Mattenard, for summoning our post-delivery. That was
You heard
great.
the rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Yes. If we have another World War, I know it in the front lines. I hope you're happy with my execution of that command. I tried my hardest. Probably still my favorite part of the game so far. I will accept the world government if I get to be God, King, Emperor. I'm not sure about that because I'll be in the running too.
I would trust you to be God, King, Emperor.
The thing is, it's gonna be a lot of people who want that job. And I don't think that's gonna go so well. People, I mean, humanity is already struggling keeping democracy afloat. So, you know, unfortunately, I don't quite understand it. But oh, we gotta vote then. Yeah, good luck with voting.
Nah, the world needs
No, wait. Yeah.
a good dictator.
No, I know you said this before, and every time I must. It's part of my DNA. I must disagree with you on this. There's too many people in the world, unironically saying this. I misswallowed my coffee. No. The likelihood of that happening doesn't work.
I know it doesn't work. The likelihood of that happening is also impossible, because even if it does, it's gonna be someone like Elon Musk on the throne, and that's something that is absolutely
I will
not
eat myself
allowed.
into the sun.
Not allowed to happen. But honestly, I think this world has to burn and then rise from the ashes.
Nah, I want to skip the ashes part and just take where we are and make it, just have it be not shit for everybody. That would be great. That's what I want.
I would be horrible as the one dictator. I would wipe probably half of this planet.
Tifa would be King Joffrey.
I feel like I would be
No.
at least a good one.
No.
Depending on who you
there are
ask.
no good dictators.
That's what I'm saying. It's unrealistic, but I feel like this world needs a good dictator.
If Tifa were to become God King Emperor, God Queen Emperor,
The world ain't ready for that.
we would not have tomatoes anymore, for example.
Why wouldn't we have tomatoes?
Because you hate tomatoes.
So? Just because I hate something doesn't mean it's not allowed to exist.
Oh, that's exactly what's gonna happen the moment you step on the throne and you sit there for longer than 12 seconds.
No, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Tomatoes can stay. Besides, I like everything tomato sauce.
So raw tomatoes will be illegal.
Yes, it's like the whole, you're not allowed to buy drugs, but you are allowed to own drugs.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to grow tomatoes, but you are allowed to have and process tomatoes. That's how we're gonna do this.
Nah. Personally, I think we need a God Queen Emperor. Yes, Mortonard. I would be willing to try that. Men have tried running the world and look where that got us. You know? Just statistically.
If a world government is 2 world wars away, then a God Queen Emperor is gonna be like at least 6.
No, listen, I've said this before, I'm saying it again. Ignore everything my associate is saying. For fun, I want to, in my lifetime, see the Star Trek vision. Where as people we realized, hey, all of this greed, this hunt for infinite growth of riches, it doesn't work. I mean, sources are finite. You cannot make infinite money. It doesn't work, and we shouldn't be doing this. We should be enjoying our lives and explore and do science and do arts and just enjoy life and not hurt each other. That would be swell.
Yeah, and to achieve that, you need world dictatorship to get rid of anyone who stands in that way.
This is one of those moments, a fork in the road. If you're Team Jack, you automatically want, or you are more inclined to prefer the Star Trek future. You don't have to care about Star Trek. I find Star Trek super boring, but the Star Trek future of humanity is amazing. It's just boring. People can just live. If you are Team Tifa, I'm inclined to believe you are a big fan of Warhammer 40k, and you believe the humans are the good guys in that franchise.
So that's the problem. I don't believe humans are the good guys.
Spoilers, there are no good guys in Warhammer 40k. They're all different types of bad.
I'm just saying. The vision I have for this world would be a good one. But it would be a harsh way there.
If you want to read up on Tifa's thoughts on how to run the future, please read the first couple Dune books. I believe there is actually God King Emperor of Dune, and I'm pretty sure that's effectively what you're describing.
Oh, I might read up on it.
Mm-hmm. Hot take, the rules we have are not a problem, they're just not enforced. Disagree, because we have too many rules that result in fines, making it so that rich people don't have to care about them.
The problem will always be humans.
The problem is greed. I hate humanity. I'm human too. I don't do this shit. I'm not going out there exploiting people.
So you could stay. That's the thing.
I believe you meant that as a compliment, but given the current situation, I'm not taking it as such. For legal purposes, I think the less you speak, the better. Serious answer? Figuring that asteroid mining will fix most of this shit. Disagree again, because then we're gonna have 1 or 2 companies going out there to strip mine diamonds from asteroids. They bring all that money back and then they keep it. I don't think they're gonna distribute that wealth, because if they did, they already could do that.
That is the biggest problem. Like, we might have solutions to everything. We might have solutions to cancer at some point, or medication to cure AIDS and I don't know what. But
and then somebody's going to go, I can make money!
Will capitalize it. Like, why is healthcare ever put into...
Capitalism?
Into capitalism. How? Why?
Because I would like to quote Mr. Krabs.
That should be illegal.
I agree. If you make me God King Emperor, I will make for-profit healthcare illegal.
I don't think Mr. Krabs ever said that.
No. One of the very few SpongeBob quotes I know is Mr. Krabs going, I like money. It's that.
Yeah.
If somebody can make money off of something, they will. Unfortunately. We just need one big hive mind. I'm working towards that every single stream. I'm trying to convince you all. So far,
I would totally plug into a hive mind.
Can I plug out again if I don't like it?
I think at that point it's too late.
Yeah, it's a one-way street, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, one touch and you're part of it.
Let's just not pick me as the source, like my own thoughts drive me crazy. No, like I just want a nice, calm hive mind I can plug in and just go... You know, like how I am on stream. No thoughts.
What? There's plenty of thoughts. Don't sell yourself short. I mean, if those companies can build private space habitats just floating next to the moon and grab any asteroid they can, they won't exploit third world countries for cobalt. But what are you gonna do in space with all of that money? You're gonna come back to Earth and try to spend it. Put too much thought into this. I think you're putting the right amount of thought into it. I think this is the part where, unfortunately, I agree with Tifa. In the end, there's still gonna be some rich asshole fucking it up for everybody.
That's still gonna make profit. Someone is still gonna make use of that.
Why bring it back to Earth? Because you can. Because then you are the forever richest person on Earth. It seems to be a real life goal for a lot of people, unfortunately. I don't know why. I don't know what you're gonna do with $1 trillion that you couldn't do with $1 billion, or 500 million, or any ridiculous amount of money. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm just going by experience. Maybe
something only poor people say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The moment Psycho gets the $400 trillion diamond asteroid, the moment he has it in his hands, it's gonna be like, I could do anything. I could take this money and I could reshape planets in my image. I could do anything I want. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fuck up Earth. I'm gonna cut social care for people that need it the most. I'm gonna increase prices to give childbirth by 10 times. I would absolutely leave Earth first, Jeff. Then you would be
not in our lifetime.
Listen, I wouldn't want you to leave Earth because I like you, but I think you would be one out of maybe like 12 people willing to make that choice.
Do you have Wi-Fi in space?
With that money, you can have Wi-Fi in space. Yes. Yes.
Oh well.
Yes.
It is how
I
it
know,
is.
right? Look at how adorable we are. Why is my nose itchy, Tifa? I think it's all of this bullshit happening in the world making my nose itchy.
Must be that. But you know, in which world it's always
bullshit.
I was thinking of something like cupcakes and roses or something.
That is literally not the case.
Roses have some thorns on it.
You know in which world the segways make more sense? In the world of Jack doing the segways. Exactly, it's time for Tifa doing the recap of what happened the last time we played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All.
The last time we played Ace Attorney,
we are still on the case of
you didn't even give me a chance.
Actor playing the German ninja, Mad on Guard, allegedly having killed Juan Corrida, the actor. The Nickel Samurai allegedly killed the German ninja. Matt on Guard allegedly killed Juan Corrida. We've investigated previously. Maya got kidnapped during this by some weird bellboy looking dude. She apparently has freed herself, or at least she is not being tied up anymore. We don't know what exactly happened there.
She has escaped the wine cellar she was stuck in.
She opened the door, but doesn't mean she escaped.
Oh, she escaped the wine cellar, which will lead into something else, but we do not know her whereabouts at the moment.
We have the task by the person who kidnapped Maya, the killer, is what he called himself, to solve this issue, this case in one day, one trial day, and get a not guilty verdict for our client Matt on Guard, who we needed to convince to be our client. We have succeeded so far, and now Tifa can take over, now that I've set this up.
I still feel like we only succeeded because Edgy Poo is helping us.
Miles Edgeworth is back and he has decided who he wants to be as a person and as a prosecutor. Not sure what that means exactly yet, but we'll find out.
Because every time the judge was like, okay, we have enough proof that our client is guilty, so I can leave a verdict now. Edgeworth goes like, no, there is more we should discuss first, which is every time in our favor.
What Tifa was trying to say is we have finished the cross-examinations of Dick Gumshoe and Wendy Oldback, who worked security at the venue where all of this happened.
It went as well as you suspected. We have, during the cross-examination, accused the manager of now being the killer because a photo has appeared where it seems like she is the one wearing the outfit. And now we are going to probably cross-examine her.
We had learned during the investigation part that Adrian Andrews might have a motive because her friend and mentor Celeste Impax used to work for the guy who died but committed suicide, unfortunately, and her note is missing. Police believes that there was one because they found ink on her hand, but the note is missing, so Adrian Andrews might have had a reason to get close to Juan Corrida and to try to find the note and, in the heat of a moment, kill him.
And that's it.
Thank you for your awesome recap, Tifa.
Well, you kept interrupting me, otherwise it would have been fine.
I set the stage for everybody that doesn't know what's happening, and we've gone through the most important story beats. I've actually analyzed your recaps over the last couple years, and I believe, as humorous as they are not always the most efficient way to get people up to speed in a procedural like this.
I think they are, and chat has quite often confirmed that that is the case, and that mine are superior over your recap, so I'm gonna ignore everything you said.
I would not be shocked if at some point I find you open a bank account and you regularly send money to people to agree with you in chat.
I do not need to do that at all.
That?
And if I did, I would use your bank account.
Okay, you got me on the last part because you would totally do that. Yeah, fair. Fair. Tifa is the kind of person that would. No, I want to talk more about space colonization. One of my least favorite topics. How about instead of going to space and I already love it, colonizing space, when has colonizing anything ever gone wrong for humanity? How about we fix the planet first?
We never get to that point.
Yeah, I would feel bad for space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space exploration, I'm okay with that. Space development, I'm okay with that. I don't mean you in particular, Psycho. I know space colonization is the phrase to use, but I don't know. I think we can do better as a species. Tifa, are you ready to Ace Attorney?
Ready.
Doo-doo. Ooh, the gavel. Perfect. And I decided last stream to end on this wonderful cliffhanger.
Yeah, my points were much better. I stick with that, but I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Edgeworth? Oh yeah.
Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
The judge wants to subpoena Adrian Andrews because we now have credible reason to believe that she did this, but that would mean the trial needs to be postponed until tomorrow. But we can't have that because then Maya might get killed. So we have been trying to get this to work so that we can do this today, and apparently...
Once again, Edgeworth helps us out because he already thought of this.
Gumshoe must have told him about Maya.
Possible, but you cannot deny that he is helping us in this case.
No, why would I? Why do you do that with the energy of us having a disagreement here?
Yeah, because yesterday you were like, oh no, he's just a dick and he's not helping us out. He absolutely is.
It wasn't just me, it was me and several people, thank you for that.
Well, all of you.
Pointing out that it could very well be that Miles Edgeworth decided that he wants to completely, logically destroy Phoenix Wright.
Just an excuse.
So you keep moving further and further out of screen. Do you want to come back at some point? What did I miss?
Absolutely nothing.
Shrift, I'm happy to have you. You literally appeared right after we got done with a recap. So watch the VOD.
2 lines. How are you doing, Shrift?
We voted for me becoming Space God Emperor. You voted for you. Just saying. Alright, let's go. Now you're too close.
But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoena... Why is this subpoena?
Subpoena. The O is silent.
Subpoenaging.
Not penis. Close, but not quite.
Subpoenaging.
Subpoenaing.
Subpoenaing. Why is that such a weird word?
Because it's law words. What? That was me. I made a sound of my shoes.
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Mrs. Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
Now, Tifa mastered the word subpoenaing, but she still stumbles over miss.
It's not the word I expect. Also, can we turn on this thing under the table? Because now I put on socks because I expected you to have this on and now it's off.
And now your feet are warm, Tifa?
Yes.
During the break we can, because one of us needs to crawl under there, yes.
Oh, fine, then I'll take them off. Keep going.
Please listen to Tifa take off her socks.
Just keep going. It's not an interruption.
Tifa,
you make it an interruption.
There is no
though.
point. It's like when you're sitting in class, like math for example, and your teacher's trying to explain something, but outside in a tree there's a squirrel. Nobody listens to the teacher.
I am long done already.
Yeah, now you are. Stop stalling.
You could have continued 2 minutes ago.
How do I continue if you keep yapping?
Because you keep going.
I'm ready to perform my line.
Obviously not, otherwise you would have already said your line. See what's happening?
This was from everybody. What?
6 steps ahead of you.
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness.
Everything was planned out in advance by that man?
Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly.
I'm unsure. Can they hear Mia sometimes? Can they not? Do they choose to react to her? Do they choose not to? Like, make it make sense. Shrift, congrats on being first. Nice.
What he said.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Tifa, why do we always end stream just before the end of a chapter?
Well, this took 10 minutes.
How? How do we manage to keep doing that?
We're pretty bad at this.
We are amazing at this, you mean?
Do you think Maya is gonna show up? The Curse of Oyashiro-sama? It
Yes.
has to be at this point.
Yes. March 22, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama.
Then how did she wear it? Second costume?
Potentially. Or she just put it in there.
We have a picture of her in the hallway in the costume.
She went in, killed the dude, ripped it off, put it on him, then placed it.
I'm talking about the costume he's currently wearing. While sleeping.
She drugged him.
And took off his clothes.
Yes.
And then managed to wake him up just in time.
Yes.
I think a second costume is the easiest explanation.
Second costume, or she drugged him and then gave him the antidote. That's also what you do with certain, I want to say operations, but not really. Like for example, that thing, I always keep forgetting the word. The thing where they put a camera down your throat to look into your stomach.
Consider it unlikely, because do you know how hard it would be to dress this guy again? She only had 30 minutes total. 15 of that was spent on the murder.
Tifa has never been properly motivated.
You just don't know how much time would go into this.
I finally have a chance to get revenge on the dude that I think caused the death of a person that meant the world to me. Oh no, it's inconvenient to dress somebody who's sleeping. That's Tifa.
It's not inconvenient, it's about time. She did not have time. The most logical thing is just a second costume, which you somehow refuse to believe. And you go with, she drugged him, undressed him, put it on, committed the murder, went back, dressed him up, gave him the antidote, and that all in a time frame of less than 30 minutes.
I would like to remind our audience that that is exactly not what I said. I said second costume or.
You could have just agreed with my second costume.
No.
See, that's the thing.
Because it doesn't matter. I believe this person to be so motivated to carry this out, but it doesn't matter how inconvenient it would be.
It's not about inconvenient, it's about basically impossible.
He's a bumbling idiot. If she knocks him out with a drug and then gives him something to wake him up after, and he stumbles around like a fool, nobody would beat an eyelid.
Not possible in the time frame.
I've actually had one of those procedures where I've been conked out for 15 minutes.
Oh, and they also undressed you? Committed a murder and then dressed you again while being unconscious in that time frame of 15 minutes?
I couldn't tell you because I was unconscious. As far as I'm aware, no murder took place because the police never talked to me, but this is a press A moment, yes. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Weird, isn't it? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her?
Also, I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it's impossible to drug him.
Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
Like this.
She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude?
Like guilty. That's refreshing.
No, usually not the case.
Something else for a change. What I don't remember, by the way, the red guitar.
Yeah.
Did they still find that in the studio or not?
They found it at the studio, yes, at Global Studios or whatever it's called, yes.
Okay, so it wasn't stolen.
With Juan Corrida ever, as far as we can tell.
Okay. I didn't remember if they said he only brought the empty case or if the guitar was just left behind.
And that's why I still believe the missing suicide note is inside the guitar.
Possible, yeah. Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impacts suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it.
Is Juan Corrida the victim of this murder?
And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida or to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Not, where's Mia? Or where's Maya?
We know where Maya is, Tifa. That's why we're doing all of this. Who did tell us about this?
Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts? Edgeworth.
Edge.
I keep having edgy poo in my head now.
I'm not shocked that you have poo in your head. It was Edgeworth.
It looks like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
Okay, regardless of what has actually happened, Miles Edgeworth for some reason really dislikes Adrian Andrews, probably because she looks great in her Zero Suit Samus one-piece outfit. And that's why he's setting her up. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Is this how we're starting, Tifa?
Fine, take it.
You disgust me.
It's the heat.
You truly do. Here, take your thingy.
That I shall take.
Sorry about that. I'm in control now. Finally.
Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. She even took the card along here. What is your occupation? I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard.
I see. Now then...
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Find him guilty.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim.
Yeah, we have to.
After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland.
If a judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
It's kind of important to the case.
But wait, what was her request now? There was no
She didn't say it.
I was gonna say, there was no request in her lines, right? Just like, oh, I have one request. Everyone wants to know about this. Dot.
Yeah. Much like us talking sometimes, we build up to something and then just don't go there.
I was thinking if the lines just went poof.
Nope, she didn't say
In
it.
and out. Okay. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
What?
But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that.
I am.
Yet. I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
Yeah, me.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
Dun, dun, dun. Witness testimony when I found the body.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock.
Why did you go to his room?
To pick him up for the show. Even though it's not her responsibility, because she's not his manager. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. Ha! There's the contradiction already. The tomato juice couldn't have been in there if she put it there. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
That's not a contradiction, that's just stupid.
You poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime.
Oh golly, a murder. Time for juice.
Next to a murder victim?
I'm a bit thirsty, I'm a bit parched in the throat department.
Where else would you put it, Psycho? And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix? She is one cool and collected cucumber.
I was thinking a cool cucumber, and I was thinking it, I swear to God, and then Tifa was literally flubbing the line that way.
Morphogenetic fields. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Does she if she says that, oh, I saw a dead person, so I felt like some tomato juice?
Shock.
Which is a very reasonable response. Yes, I know.
It also, if the drink was there, that's also one thing, but she specifically went somewhere else, wherever the juice was in the fridge, got that, got a glass, poured it, walked back with it, didn't drink of it, and just put it down next to the victim.
If the whole setup was different, for example, it's two dudes who were in the army together, right? And they've been through a bunch of fucked up shit and they lost the rest of their whole unit. Like they are used to seeing death and destruction around them. So that when he goes into the room, he finds his buddy dead and it doesn't even faze him. He just sits down, takes a swig and just leaves the glass there or whatever. I would be buying this because, yeah, you're so desensitized by what's happened that you wouldn't react the way a regular person does. Adrian Andrews has no setup for this. I'm yet to meet a person or hear about a person that goes, I saw the dead body, the murdered body of a person I was in a relationship with secretly, and my go-to move was, do you have any vegetable juices? Not water, not anything else that's in the room. No, specifically the tomato juice that he so enjoyed.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing.
The juice was poison.
Possible. But that would have come out in the autopsy report.
Did they check the liquid? Well, as far as we know, they checked for fingerprints.
That's true.
And we have been through the Dick Gumshoe section already, where we learned how completely inept the police handled this case.
That's true.
Disrupt her pacing.
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over, understand?
Alright, let's try to out DPS her. Press! And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time?
He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony.
Aren't those costumes usually uncomfortable and or really warm? I don't think I've ever heard of anybody sleep in them, but... Huh. Mr. On Guard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes?
Excuse me? It? What are you...
No, what are you what do you think I'm talking about? That's much more interesting here.
Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. On Guard's knife from his room?
I don't care about the knife, I care about the outfit.
No.
Huh!
Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
This is like listening to me. I don't know if you guys know, you can make the text box more opaque to see the CGs behind it better, unless you do and prefer it this way. That is true, there is this setting. Should you set it to low or high?
Can try this.
Thank you, Shrift. Like this?
Yeah, it doesn't
Still
change. Oh, nice one.
Press! And why did you do that?
As a friendly gesture, one was to make an appearance with the other heroes.
So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Press further. Is that the only reason?
I beg your pardon? What are you implying?
You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with a victim?
Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at the time.
I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Bears. Lots and lots of bears.
You were in shock.
What? Was I not supposed to be?
Well, clearly your first instinct was to grab the tomato juice, so I don't know how shocked you really were. Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. It was different if she was ugly.
Exactly. Early 2000s, you still have to go with a sexism angle, despite everything. Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. Thank you, Phoenix.
Yeah, if you're ugly, you get shocked by your face every day. So this shouldn't...
Yeah, that's why nothing phases me anymore.
Exactly.
That's why I'm dead inside.
I see.
Hold that thought. This is the photo you're referring to, correct?
Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest.
And the guitar case was like this too.
Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness?
Then who closed the thing? Juice.
Who opened the thing? Probably she did. Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank.
But still you remember all the details.
I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind, it's no big deal.
What was she starting to say just now? Press further. Come on. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of a crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
Oh,
I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing.
I farted.
When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
That cannot be, because the vase cannot have been knocked over at the time when the guitar case was open. Then the water would have also been found inside the guitar case. It was only found on the inside. You're lying. Gotcha.
The flower vase! Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo?
Not possible.
This mess of glass shards!
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
Because she's lying.
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please, add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Yes, you did. Have we ever had a witness that didn't lie on the stand?
I don't think so, no. Welcome in, Sab and yes.
How you doing?
Don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome in. Happy Wednesday. How you doing? Read your line.
I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case.
And just in case I'm wrong, which I don't believe, but just in case, let's save here. And then this, empty. There is some water, but only on top of the lid, and it bears Corrida's fingerprints. You are lying, Miss Andrews. I love this case. Best case of the entire trilogy.
So many people are aligned on that.
I like it so far. I like it much better than the previous case at the Very Big Circus, because this one doesn't have Mo in it.
I do like this one so far, but I like the previous one with Mo in it better. As of now. But we're not at the end yet.
I'd argue the ending of Ace Attorney 3 is better than this.
Okay.
We will see when we get there eventually. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
That's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
Oh, that's very true.
Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo.
The fact that it's missing.
The remains of a vase are scattered on the floor.
And what is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell,
It would have pieces in it.
the glass shards should be inside, not outside the case.
What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all?
That seems super important, yeah? No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She'd implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end.
All the facts matter in this.
There's witnesses. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. But it is on the trustability of the witness?
Yep. Depending of Ace Attorney 3, this case or the Edgeworth case from game 1.
Okay, that one also took us for right, yeah. Now I'm curious to the end of the third game.
So we're gonna play Ace Attorney 3 soon after this? Not take another 2.5-year break?
At some point, but definitely not after 2 years, no.
That may very well be, however, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it?
It does, because she lying.
Yes.
It seems that there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Yes. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of a puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you.
I can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along. For now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm thinking, what's the alternative? I say no, and then our client is found guilty because we have nothing to continue the conversation with. The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over.
Wrong.
It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Lies.
The amount of lies you can say with no consequences.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
But you know what is an important point?
The wastefulness of taking a break now because I gotta pee.
BRB.
PRB.
We're back.
We are. And because I am a very merciful person, Tifa's back on controls.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man. Okay. I'll take it.
Cross-examination, the guitar case. I saw earlier you were too far stage left. Now you're too far stage right. We'll get there. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind?
Well, you see...
I have aphantasia. I don't recall any pictures in my mind. Oh, sorry, aphasia or aphantasia? Aphasia.
Don't ask me.
Look it up. Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case?
She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like her dependent side is taking over.
Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me.
That's not true. Or she did it, but wearing gloves. So you opened the guitar case then?
Oh yeah, true. There were no fingerprints on there besides Juan's.
Exactly.
Yes, well, maybe.
Why did you open the guitar case?
Huh?
Mr. Kurida's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open the guitar case.
As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body,
all she did was drink tomato juice.
She was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it.
The person who you're in a romantic relationship with is dead on a chair in front of you, and you go, oh no, the movie props.
Ah well.
Why would she care about the bright red guitar?
But getting back on topic.
I say keep pressing on the other things too, just because I want to see the rest of his shit show. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside.
How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio.
At what time?
These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright.
Sorry. Dicks. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body?
Yes, that's probably it.
I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try.
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now.
I wasn't planning on letting up, but...
She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance.
Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with.
If only that
we had a
was
banana.
Or a banana.
Oh, sorry, a banana-scented bandana.
I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found.
It's the second statement. Yes, present.
I was wondering what it was. The fingerprint? Oh, it only bears Karita's fingerprints. We can use this.
Why in this case do we have to keep presenting the same evidence twice in a row? This is now the third time this has happened.
No, that's true.
There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear.
Copyrighted.
Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of a victim. Third time's the charm, apparently.
What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
You see, I'm a member of the Men in Black. They burned off my fingerprints. What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Then how were your fingerprints on the wine glass? Or on the champagne flute, sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion.
Smooth.
Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of tin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of a crime.
That's strange. You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
Thank you for saying it exactly like that, Miss Andrews.
And now we show this one again.
Bears Andrews' fingerprints. Convenient. Wanna bet that the next evidence we have to present is gonna be the tomato juice again?
Probably.
I have your proof right here. This wine glass. It's a champagne flute.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Her glass is shattered.
And she put on a new pair.
Like the deal with it meme. Where like it's just always sunglasses appearing on her face.
Order! Order! Order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
but it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty though.
But the bright red guitar was at the studio. When was it at the studio?
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case? What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
The suicide note. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. I wish I could slap a character in a game every now and then. This would be one of those moments.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves despite the fact that on the case...
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Your Honor, may I remind you that with this usual misdirection tactic, we win our cases? Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into this misguided...
This misguided objection! No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of a crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
If you are so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why the guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well...
Besides the fact that she's lying?
Let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was...
So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, Mr. Wright?
Before we continue, can you, with your feetsies, move the fan under the desk a little bit to point more towards the wall in front of us?
Like this?
Yes, thank you. I had turned it on during the break like I had promised to Tifa, but there was air now coming from under the desk in my face, which feels nice, but unfortunately when I have air coming at my face, my eyes get super irritated. And I don't want to have to deal with that tomorrow. I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? A press conference ticket.
Maya's Magatana. A hotel... tomato juice.
I would think the suicide note, because what else would we have?
Not the knife, I swear.
No, I was just thinking...
Left. That. The suicide... not the suicide report, but potentially the suicide note of Celeste Impacts, which was found by Juan Corrido.
It's the only thing we have to present.
Yep.
Or it had her body in it.
Tifa, disclaimer, I don't believe any of the Phoenix Wright games ever get gruesome.
Probably not.
I don't think he dismembered her and just always took her along.
It wasn't that.
The German ninja's red guitar is actually red from the stains of his victim's blood.
And why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one?
Why, Mr. Wright, why?
Well, I just thought it might have been possible.
Let me save, by the way. I think we might have to give her profile after all.
Nah, carry on.
I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that in the void where your brain is supposed to be?
Yes, and never bring it out again!
Can't a foolishly foolish fool get some love? Not anymore.
Do you still think you can prove your theory? Can you prove that the guitar case was not empty at the time of the murder?
How do we prove that, Phil?
I say the profile.
That's not proof.
We somehow need to trigger the talk to the note. We have nothing in the evidence.
There has to be proof.
And the profile might trigger that conversation.
I am so lost. What proof do we have that there was something inside of it?
Or we have to say we can't prove it right now, which has also been a thing.
No, we cannot. We are now stuck in this loop, and I don't think they would put you in a loop where eventually you go through options and then run out of hit points.
We have nothing else. I'm telling you, do the profile.
There is no proof.
We just have to guess.
The profile cannot be inside the guitar case, Tifa. That's not how anything works.
Yeah, I know, but it's about triggering a conversation, and I don't see how else to do that.
So whoever opened it would have closed it if it was empty. That also makes sense. The guitar was in the studio, yeah. But
it's also unlikely that the suicide note would be in there.
What was inside this case at the time of a murder? An item we don't possess.
Strangled with a scarf. That's definitely not it.
Or do you think it was something about... Nah.
Also unlikely.
Do you think the button could have gotten in there somehow?
No, why would the button be in there?
I don't know.
It was ripped from the costume.
Okay, this is stupid. Let's brute force this with our heads.
Okay.
The attorney's badge cannot have been in there because it was always on Phoenix, just like Maya's Magatama. A glossy photo of the Nickel Samurai? Potentially, but why? And how would we know about this? A press conference ticket.
Which was given to us before he was murdered.
That also doesn't make sense. The radio transceiver, this entire plotline has not been brought up in court, so this doesn't make sense either. Lotta's camera?
We know that the old bag had that, so it can't be.
Exactly. The magazine clipping?
We got that from someone else too.
A hotel guide map? No. The guitar case cannot have been inside the guitar case, that doesn't work. The wine glass? Also doesn't make a lick of sense.
Why would that be in the case?
Exactly. The crime photo happened afterwards. The German ninja's button.
Why would it be the button? That was ripped from the costume. We know that was ripped from the costume.
We saved at a very inconvenient spot.
Try the attempted... Wait, which one did we do before?
We tried the suicide report.
Try the attempted one?
Welcome in, Boniato.
How are you doing? We are very much stuck.
Happy Wednesday.
Try this one. We need to trigger some sort of talk about it.
Could it have been the knife?
No, the knife was taken from the table, we know that. Why would he have the knife in his chest already?
No. We cannot back out of this conversation, so there has to be a solution to this, right? They wouldn't lock us in a deadlock. Or do they? Do we have to replay the entire game?
What was inside this case at the time?
The knife. Of course not. Of course it wouldn't be the knife.
Can you do the case once more?
I did.
No, the guitar case.
Oh, really? I will
It seems
do that.
it seems like it's not gonna be that, but
Oh, like a fake guitar case. A guitar case in a guitar case.
I don't think so. But I'm running out of ideas.
Welcome in Dark Lord. Thank you for the 45 stream streak.
Love.
You wacky eggs are always on the case. I wish.
We're only on the case because we can't finish the case.
And why would the guitar case be in the guitar case? Yeah, exactly.
What the heck?
What?
I think we picked the wrong option, but why can't we would be able to get out of this then?
There is no option to get out of this.
Can you backspace once we have the...
No. No.
What the heck would be... The costume! Do we have the costume? Do the picture of the costume. This one. She went in without... Oh, before you do that. She went in without the costume. In the guitar case was a copy of this one. After the murder, she opened the guitar case, took out the clothes and walked out like this. I guess.
That could work.
So that she would be spotted walking out of the room.
That could work. Because the only item from that outfit that I would imagine needs a bit more space is the robo-arm thing. And the rest of the clothes and the mask. But that should be able to fit into the guitar body space. And the rest is just clothing. You can just crumple that up and throw it in there.
It leaves the question on why that would even be in there though. There we go.
Tifa cooked. As the young people would say, Shrift, back me up on this. I know you're a bit younger than me. Tifa ate and left no crumbs.
This was basically the last option.
Like a queen, she slayed.
Oh, why was this so hard?
A tad bit outdated, but that works. Yes!
We're behind already.
Nice. Okay, what's the cool new thing then, if I'm already outdated? Please, teach me your ways. She served cunt. Okay, dabbing is extreme. I don't care. I love dabbing.
Dabbing will never be outdated.
No. Ever since I saw that video of that Squidward character guy dabbing at an audience, it has entered the eternal zeitgeist. I don't care.
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
In this picture?
Sorry, I forgot I'm the judge. It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
Dude, that video was like 10 years ago. When I was 27.
And you know the stupid thing? At the beginning I was thinking it could be the costume, but then I remembered what the old bag said, that she was waiting for the manager to walk into the room, but she didn't see her go in. Which means it was more likely that she already walked in with the costume.
Yeah.
Which is why I struck that. It can't be that.
If only Oldback would have said she saw her, that would have been helpful, but that would have been too easy, I guess. This is the final case of the game, after all.
It is.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself!
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
I love how we do that in sync. That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
Question still though, why would he have put the costume in there? They're from different studios, right? So
she did that.
But then she must have done it at the studio, taken out the guitar and put the clothes in. But they're from different studios, aren't they?
Counter question. Is that Juan Carida's guitar case?
True, that could also easily have been
or
swapped
is this
at some point.
a guitar case?
Yeah, fair.
As far as we know, there's no stickers or anything on it.
Fair.
Just saying.
You said this one already, right?
Yeah.
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Preposterous?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo?
All will make sense if you continue to press A. Yes, Tifa.
That's a hard one.
His fingerprints were on the case. Are those like rifle markings on a bullet?
No, they are like the fingers of the prince. Gotta come from somewhere.
Fingerprints are the fingers of it.
I'm gonna give it a 5, but I'll still take it.
Fingerprints is also something that happens a lot in royal houses. Or I can't, I find myself too funny.
I think that's a 4, because I don't fully get it, but...
It can be up to 5, actually. Or 10, if you want to swing that way.
I'm gonna return to the we should press
And
A.
now Tifa understood it too. Thank you. It took a moment, but...
Order! Order!
Exactly, order. It's exactly what the stream needs.
Oh dear.
It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
That's true.
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Oh, but when I do that, it's, oh, you're at risk of losing your account, or HR wants to talk to you, huh?
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Madden Guard's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places.
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It was a spare costume, in case something goes wrong with the first one. That makes perfect sense, by the way.
Yeah. We're doing quite bad, so I'm just gonna
Excuse you, I'm doing awesome. Mr. Angard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we're talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Dum dum dum.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
But why in a guitar case?
But why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was the German ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him?
Because he was going to take over the role. That was the announcement.
Oh, smart thinking.
No?
That she tricked him into believing that.
Hey, Juan, I talked to Matt. He's got all the fame. He wants to move on to bigger pictures and movies and whatnot. Hey, are you into this? Do you want to take over the Nickel Samurai and go from your shitty global studios to our worldwide studios or whatever it was called? He's like, yeah, of course I do. Okay, cool. I'll bring the guitar case so nobody knows that we're doing this, and then you put on the costume in your room, and then we do the big reveal at the stage. Juan Kurita is the new Nickel Samurai.
Seems very likely.
What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
That is why we still have the press conference thing.
And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any inner sense or any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I remember a bad joke in English that goes, what do you call a blind fawn? No-eyed deer. Oh my god.
No-eyed deer.
It's a blind fawn.
Yeah, but I don't fully get it.
So the deer doesn't have eyes when he grows up? Because he was born blind?
But wouldn't it be a sounded out?
Oh.
No.
Sorry, I'm overthinking it.
Oh, yeah, see? I was going to say, that doesn't make sense. No idea. Oh, okay, that is... It took me a while, but it's actually not a bad one.
I am so into our overthinking mode. I was like, yeah, of course, that makes perfect sense because the poor fawn was born without eyes. Therefore, it has to be a no-eyed deer. Naturally,
yeah,
it all makes sense.
Fawn, not a deer yet.
And of course, it's a bad joke because who would make fun of a deer born without eyes? That's just sad. Meanwhile, it's just a pun.
Bad, but good.
Boniato, you got me. I tip my non-existent head. In the South, we pronounce it no idea.
Yeah, it's just wasted on uncultured swines like us.
Speak for yourself. You wasted it on Tifa, that's what I'm saying.
Fully shot next to the target.
And I shot anyway. I had fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jack underthinking the joke so hard he forgets what it's a joke.
Yes.
I overthought so hard, I underthought. It's like my thoughts went so far up they came back from the bottom.
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the nickel samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one?
Yes.
Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Gusto, that's the stuff we sometimes put on noodles, right? It's traditionally made from like basil, some old cheese, oil, pine seeds.
No.
I'm trying to bring back the scandal from last year.
I had a feeling you were trying for that, but that was so far out the window. Couldn't even reach it.
I think that's presto. True, I think gusto is when you go outside and it's really windy suddenly. No, presto is what dry cleaners do to my shirt. Can we please appreciate the fact that you wonderful people jump in on the stupidity of a joke and you keep running with it? Thank you so much.
I appreciate the quick-wittedness on getting on this bad joke train, but all of them are extremely bad.
I think you're thinking of pretzels. Presto is also what I like to do to my panini.
Okay, here we go. Get it out of your system.
It's the last one I can think of right now. Yes, the blind fawn is in fact a no-eyed deer. That is a fact. Yeah, exactly, Mortimer. That is my line of thinking on it. Unfortunately. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the nickel samurai's spare costume to the hotel was...
What is this?
I'm so good. On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the nickel samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the nickel samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Ungard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
You hit the mark exactly where it mattered.
Because I'm a genius. Gusto is a stew from New Orleans.
I think Gusto is a coffee brand, not a joke, but...
Okay. Isn't it a PC program? Pretzels. I don't know enough about PC programs too. Sorry, I'm pretty sure this one is great too, but I'm bad at following jokes.
Yeah, don't worry. This is just new level of badness. No need to follow it.
Listen, there is humor, right? There's humor, and then there's jokes.
And then there's whatever
and
is
over
happening
here. Is what we were all doing. It's perfectly fine to not be able to go over here. And that's okay.
Yeah, I'm like somewhere there myself, don't worry.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The The victim?
Yes. The spare nickel samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Kurita was going to hold the press conference as the nickel samurai.
Even though this is a thing and what you said was very likely, it's also so far-fetched. We're gustoing all over this place.
You know what I don't get? The entire time we need to rack our brains about how does this evidence fit this minute criteria of the argument. Meanwhile, Phoenix over here is like, yeah, whatever, recast.
I finally went along with the gusto thing.
I appreciate that. There's too little too late. Do you mean Gusto, the main character from the hit manga Berserk? Yes, actually. I think gustoing on live stream is illegal in some countries. Just like not getting the Egbert High emote first try is for Ranger. Welcome on Ranger. Please keep trying.
You gave it your best shot.
He did it with gusto. See, that's how you actually use that word. In case anybody forgot, like me. Also, why is this cable not behaving today? Fuck's sake. Better.
I think we just go on with the case.
I see it. Wasn't great. Give me a sec.
He was going to dress up as the nickel samurai and hold a conference. But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
We're not gonna guess that. Definitely not.
Oh, my brain went from pretzels to Excel, but I didn't know how to describe it. Oh, I see it.
Oh, that's why the PC program comes in.
I see it. Yeah.
It's a hard jump though.
It's
because when you think about
too hard of a turn.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Excel, pretzel.
Yeah, because of the pronunciation that you can put on it.
Would have worked better in speaking, because then you can put the pronunciation differently. Oh, don't you mean Microsoft Pretzel? The thing that always messes up the formulas? See, you had the right idea. Unfortunately, it fell flat with how we read it. So basically, what I'm saying is, it's Tifa's fault.
You, as usual. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Kurita, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt on guard. Why do my brains always autocomplete to Mr. Matt on Gardner?
Because speed like Gusto?
No, because that's what Pearly called him. I prefer Gusto sheets.
Excel sheets, Gusto sheets. That is actually a good one.
Oh shit, yeah, oh my god, we even set that up ourselves a moment ago. Oh.
Google Sheets, no, that was the best one. Taking notes right now, please don't take notes of any of this.
Boniato, I can promise you, if you take notes from our attempts at comedy, I will be laughing at them. I don't know about the other 8 billion people on Earth. But you have an audience of 1.
Yes.
2. Matt Art is fully in on this.
Everybody with taste will be as well.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
Semantics, really?
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Taking notes from when you get brought before The Hague for crimes against human.
Guilty, Your Honor! Guilty for being funny as fuck!
Tifa jumps out dressed as more of a clown. Yes. You kind of have the hair, you could pull that off.
I probably could.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You!
Juan had bet everything on the jamming ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. Okay, so he's kind of an ass.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What? Cosplay as Mo and Max Galactica. I need to work on my abs. I don't have any yet, so... I could try to be fabulous! But I don't know about the whole flying thing.
As fabulous as Gusto?
Tifa is fully in character already. Done.
I can just make or say any shit now.
Yeah.
Like I usually do.
I stepped into dog shit on her way and it was still funnier than Jack. Scene. Watching Goat right now. It's Eli's new favorite movie.
Oh, I started watching that before stream. I'm only like 30 minutes in right now.
That's true. Can confirm. I watched 5 minutes with her. I was like, didn't draw me in yet. Just makeup. Draw abs on with a Sharpie. I can get behind that. Isn't Gusto the French guy from SpongeBob? Tifa, you're the SpongeBob person?
I'm not sure actually. Don't remember.
I'll go with yes. I don't know.
And do you know what the secret of Mr. Unguards is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Do you know why only Juan Corrida knew what the secret was? Because he was the only Juan! Please kill me.
Sure, that was bad enough.
Bob LeBlanc. Is that SpongeBob's name in France? That's amazing. His favorite part is always his end credits music. He actually sings "I'm Good" randomly throughout the day. That's really cute. I never thought I would miss most jokes, but here we are. You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to the end credit scenes when I get there, probably tomorrow.
That was pretty good. +2. I'll take it.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Protect Mr. Unguard.
And yet again another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior.
If she has to protect Matt, does that mean he didn't on guard?
No. Kept on guard. But...
It's what was supposed to come out, but...
Yeah, sorry.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still in Mo mode.
You mean mode? It's much more vocal now despite being mostly non-verbal. I love watching him learn to sing. Yeah, I was gonna say that I would have been completely flabbergasted if somebody who doesn't normally speak suddenly starts singing. That's awesome.
It's great that songs help him come out of that shell. Would you really call it a shell?
I don't know.
It kind of is. Because Eli can speak, he just chooses not to, no? If he can sing, he can speak.
That seems to be the implication here, yes.
But it's awesome that music does that for him.
Yeah. Have you tried singing with him? Maybe that? I don't know enough about this whole thing.
Same, I have no experience with that.
But I'm glad you're having fun. That's the most important part.
Exactly. It will come with time. Blah blah. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. He also liked the K-pop Demon Hunters movie, right?
Everybody loves K-pop Demon Hunters. And I get to say this because I was the biggest hater. And when I watched it, I was like, oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah, but I don't recall if Eli also sang those songs or if that was mostly Olivia.
True. Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. Who's Eli? Is he a relative? It's Ranger's son.
Yes.
Eli is Ranger's son. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button, the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
Cute. Both Ranger and his daughter Olivia and his son Eli and his wife Kelly are. And their dog Pearl.
And I am Jack's son. Happily adopted.
You are Tifa's son. Just saying.
Well, you're pretty rude. Don't worry, Ranger. I'll accept you. I'll sign those documents.
I was gonna say I don't need to because that's already like auto-completed, right? Like, the story keeps getting more interesting.
This does account for everything.
Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit.
Is she?
She doesn't look like it, but okay.
I'm using this as verbal proof in court when I seek asylum. You have my blessing, please do.
I will even give you a written statement.
Jack is a deadbeat, dead confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately. My only excuse is that I use up 101% of my energy on this one. So, you know, I bit off more than I could chew. Should have known better.
If the defense can find no fault with his testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine, Mr. Wright.
Looks like somehow everything is swung to the opposite end of the scale again. It just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. I'm suddenly getting teary-eyed.
Why? Because we adopted Ranger?
No. It's because I didn't put my back into that one.
Well, how did you get to that?
Because Phoenix just said I need to put my back into it.
That's a My Hero
No.
Academia reference, but no spoilers
Yes.
to when.
My Hero Academia, or Academia. If you watch the anime, I don't know if the line is the same in the manga, but there's a scene where a certain character goes, I didn't put my back into that one. And I fucking cried during that scene.
Sobbed even.
From all the emotions and the sheer hype that was happening.
Melix, welcome in. How you doing?
Welcome in. Is the game that emotional to you, Jack? Not just that one line reminded me of something really. Happy to see you, though.
I don't think there will be a single moment in Ace Attorney that will be cry-worthy.
I'm not sure.
It's not serious enough.
To me, it's not serious enough. I mean, some of the things in the thing are serious, but at the same time, that it just goes for the out of left field funny ha-has so many times that I go into this always thinking it's a comedy.
To still follow up, except for most performance. That would be cry-worthy.
Yes, like Onions.
I hope as an end credit scene, or as like an end credit after scene when this is all over, they add one show of Mo.
I hope they don't.
I would love that.
I promise I put my back into it too many times. Look what that got you. Malix is doing well, having a cold stout in this heat right now. Please enjoy.
Only makes it taste better.
Yes. Food tastes best when you're starving. Cold drinks taste taste best when you're super hot. Stay hydrated. Let's press. Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things.
A motive, an opportunity to commit a crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things true, the answer becomes quite clear.
Objection. The only thing you really need is decisive evidence. Because if I have a picture of you killing someone, I don't need to see your motive. Because I just watched you kill someone. Just saying.
You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school, at least not from what I remember.
May I continue now?
Food when you're starving is euphoric. Yes. After a long, hard day, yes.
Yeah.
Miss my mom's food suddenly.
Same, actually.
I don't, because my mother was not a good cook. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes I miss her lasagna.
Certain dishes are only amazing because your mom made them.
That is 100% true. It doesn't have to be your mom. Any relative, any person you enjoyed spending time with or care for. Yes,
sure.
Definitely. So, would you say this need came from the press conference?
Yes. Do you know why Juan chose that event and that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt on guard.
And you knew of his plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
So Juan is the one that hosted the whole event?
That's kind of what she makes it seem like. Or at least he chose this particular venue to come out with his great plan. For some reason.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one that did that. He might have chosen that event to do what he wanted to do.
It's because Juan is the Juan. Yes, exactly. He just has that power.
Oh, this was a press A moment.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume. No, this is not a press A moment.
Again.
This was only the conference that they set up.
But I'm sure Mr. Angard himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference? His statement?
That's not proof. That's just a statement. Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony.
Yes, I agree, Miss Andrews. Please correct your testimony if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright?
They chose this specific event to do the conference. Exactly. They
Yeah,
could have
sure.
chosen a different one too. They could have just done it on a radio show the next day.
Yeah, but she was like, oh, we chose this hotel and place to do this. The place I can kind of get, but the hotel was kind of in it
No, they
already.
didn't choose the hotel. They chose to do it after the event.
Yeah, I get that, but she said he also chose the hotel for the event.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Potato,
Anyway,
potato.
doesn't matter.
Has Mr. Angard done something to hurt or betray you personally?
Yes, actually.
Have you talked to him?
Why do you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Kurita with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Angard, yet you still helped out.
The person on trial right now is Mr. Angard, right? What the witness was thinking helping the victim with his plan is none of our concern.
That is so our concern.
In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill.
Why do I keep doing this to myself? But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Angard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. Angard?
I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can't find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however.
Josh is glaring straight at me.
He's glaring at you, smart guy.
I think he's glaring at you, Mia, for two very obvious reasons.
Alright, two more.
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then, what about the button?
The button.
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the jamming ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? There's the contradiction.
How?
He was stabbed after he died. Meaning the button with the blood, or the blood could only have come onto the button after he was already dead and then was ripped off. Meaning it didn't happen during the fight.
Oh!
He was stabbed right above the button in his shoulder. If this was during the fight, there would be no blood on it.
I think that's the right way to go, yeah.
I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Look, Looks like you're outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes.
How do you read my mind?
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
That button was torn off. See? That's why they added it. That button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt.
Press.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a new statement now.
But didn't we just...
And how do you know that?
When the ends of the threads on the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly. Or so I heard.
I've heard that before too. Why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail?
Don't look at me like that, just because I'm prepared and you are not.
No, I thought I had her this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up, it has to be here, but where and what? Alright, go back one, present the button. Because that cannot be. For reasons that Tifa explained.
It's the report strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. I'm gonna save here, but... Can I save here? Yes, I can.
Photo of crime scene?
I don't think that is gonna convey what we need to say.
I think it's one of the three. It's either the proof that it didn't happen in that order, or the picture proving it didn't happen in that order because of the same reasons, or...
I'm gonna start with the autopsy because there it says that he was stabbed with a knife after.
Yeah, do it.
And it doesn't say that with the other evidence.
That was correct. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of a costume. When?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means it's impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off from the victim's already dead body.
Could have gotten away with it if she didn't stab him. Just pulled
Order!
What is the meaning of this, Wright? So what if the button was torn off of the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We now know that this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Go with a trophy.
Mr. Wright, does this mean? Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with his button? What was it?
To pin the criminal on guard.
I have a memento of the crime.
Yeah, trophies.
Pin the crime, yeah.
Achievement unlocked, murdered Juan Corrida. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. On Guard was set up. By the real killer, of course. The more this case proceeds, the more I'm beginning to think Tifa is right. Edgeworth, every single move exists for Wright to come out on top and to shine brighter and brighter. I'm thinking, still, if he still wants to be a prosecutor and wants to win, But if that happens, it has to be on his own terms, so complete devastation of Phoenix Wright. Except in this particular case, because Gumshoe told him about Maya, so he's like, okay, here's a stepping stone, come on, I'll give you a boost, and there you go.
Well, he also wants to keep his job. He can't just throw away the case and go like, oh yeah, I believe you.
Yeah, he has to make it look like a real fight.
Exactly.
And the real murderer is... Well, Mr. Red, who in the world is the real killer then?
There we go again.
Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard is...
Old back.
So last impact. Adrian Andrews. Miss Adrian Andrews. I choose... Not a Pokemon reference in murder now. Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you. You are Mr. Corrida's killer. Use flamethrower.
What?
Order! Order! Order, Mr. Wright! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Also, why is this entire courtroom going shock Pikachu face? We already accused her of being the murderer. Now we're just confirming it again.
Yeah, but now they are joining the argument. I don't know. Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews.
How preposterous.
If I cannot say those letters.
Preposterous.
There are much worse references. Okay, I can't wait for you to see the Harlem Shake reference. Okay.
That would go straight over my head. Actually,
Harlem...
no, I remember the Harlem Shake. It was that TikTok trend where suddenly everyone was doing some random dance on screen in costumes and stuff as well.
First you see a frame of people just doing whatever,
Yeah.
like at a gym, just working out, then jump cut to people completely going nuts, and then jump cut to everybody being like dead or wasted or whatever. Yeah.
I do
Something
remember that actually.
X? What X?
I don't know any X. You can't stick any of that on me.
Did you just skip the words how preposterous?
No, I said it.
Preposterous. That's that animal that it's like big, and it lives in like Africa and stuff.
A chicken.
No, Mudeng is like a small version of it. Yeah, preposterous?
I had a feeling you were semi going for it, but I refused to go along.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
No. Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard naturally. The knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
Excuse you, Tifa, the Harlem Shake predates TikTok, does it? Well, I only know it from TikTok. Was that on Vine as well?
I don't
recall seeing it on Vine. Then, what? What about the button that was found in Matt's Sakama?
Hippopotamus doesn't even remotely sound the same. Oh, come on, psycho! You know better than that.
He tried really hard.
Yeah, that's pretty preposterous. This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see! What about the empty guitar case?
That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside that guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No, But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Boniato joining in. Preposterous? That's a type of word like on, at, and in. Yes. Yes, exactly. I appreciate it. Wow, you made a lady cry. Yeah, but Miss Andrews deserves it.
See, the notes are doing its job.
Well done. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story.
So why did she do the tomato juice glass?
Because preposterous, that's the 16th century French astronomer and physician who predicted the end of the world. Yes, preposterous. I love this.
I think this is gonna turn into some new trend.
I love this.
I shall have no part of it because I'm not smart enough.
I just want to point out that I feel like not all maybe, but a lot of my life's achievements and steps I have taken are culminating in these moments. And I'm
It was all for this.
very proud of this. And I'm very happy to be here right now. Thank you.
His eyes are teary-eyed.
Slightly misty, yeah. It's so nice. Finally people understand me. Miss Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic day's discoverer of a dead body.
Ah!
And to top it all off, there is this photo.
It's too keen.
A photo of a killer as they exited the scene of a crime. No reasonable person on earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Please, stop!
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews?
Mm.
I've got her this time.
Miss Andrews!
I refuse to testify.
I plead the fifth. What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something. It can if it can incriminate me.
Yep. She's pleading the fifth. Thank goodness she has so many spare glasses. Yeah.
What would she do without?
You would think if they keep exploding, the glass would also get into her eyes. Like, that can't be good.
Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination. And by allowing a witness to not testify if a testimony can cause damage to themselves.
Effectively confirming that she has something to do with it. What? Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot?
I always find that
So weird.
so weird. And it's also kind of like admitting to it, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yes.
Because you're obviously hiding something, otherwise you wouldn't plead the fifth. If you weren't, you wouldn't.
It seems to me like trying to mitigate the damage. If I don't tell you what heinous crimes I've done, you cannot book me for all of them. You can only figure out the ones you can figure out.
Yeah. Did you already say this?
Yeah. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. On Guard's room.
Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood?
She set her up for this, that bitch.
Alright.
That's it. That's when Franziska planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews not to testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there is still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done.
What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
I think we are now at the point where there is a shadow of a doubt that my client is guilty, and therefore you cannot pronounce him guilty. I'm just saying. What?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial.
Isn't that an operation on young boys?
Not just on young boys, yes.
Legally on young boys.
Why? You can go to... There are cases, at least in Germany that's how it works, where you can go to a doctor and go, hey, for medical reasons, I want...
Nah, Tifa's getting it, I know.
I want to be circumstantial proof evidence, or whatever the word exactly was.
I thought you were gonna go with that it can also be done on girls, which is illegal.
Which is true. Which is not illegal everywhere in the world, but damn well should be.
Yeah, but I forgot you could also do it on adults.
Yes. What if by testifying you would clear someone of murder, but it would incriminate yourself of something else? Then you could still plead the fifth because you're incriminating yourself of anything.
And it's like Edgeworth said, that is not what we are on trial for.
Miles, please, the button and the photo is proof it wasn't on guard. Circumstantial is the distance wrapping around the circle.
I did this to myself.
Circumstantial is also where Mo works.
Okay, that works.
Sorry, your line.
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to prove a single piece of definite proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Corrida.
He is setting it up.
Once again, he is setting us up.
Putting the ball up for Wright to come in and home run it out.
I'm telling you, how do you
Yeah.
not see it? I mean, now you see it, but...
It's like she said, you need evidence, you need possibility and motive. And now we get to motive.
Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corida?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Thank you, someone who says it.
Best frenemy, yes. Putting his balls right out there in the courtroom for his bestie. Yes. Because if you're best frenemies, you do that for each other.
Putting his balls right out there in a circumstantial way?
No.
No? Oh.
No.
Don't need evidence if you can bribe the judge. Yeah, but he's not bribable.
Wrong kind of game, I'm afraid. But yes, unfortunately true.
Maybe so, or maybe not. But there's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No, she's taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do?
Somehow we've landed in the worst possible
No,
situation.
the easiest.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify. And the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid definitive proof.
But that's not true.
In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess.
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial...
Edgeworth's gonna step in.
Tomorrow? We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Oh? He's doing it himself. To bribe the judge, you just have to give him a lollipop. He has dementia or some shit. He's like that pic of a dog with a propeller hat. That is true. He lets a lot of things slide, which is weird.
Yeah, or just whip him.
Yeah, Just be hot and whip him. Please, wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial... Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for?
I actually get a speed bonus if I do this.
Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it. This isn't about that. He's even giving us hints that he knows. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... He knows.
But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify.
She would do the same thing tomorrow. What's the point?
Now then, this court is...
It's about finding more evidence in the meantime ourselves. It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
And once again he's saving us. It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
That is such a backwards way to do this.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and? I can't help but think how unnatural that is.
Thank you, Miles.
He's like, fine, if you don't come with this shit yourself, I will just take over.
Oh god, a James Bond reference.
Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him.
Because he's being nice.
I saw through him from the beginning.
It took me a moment too. Get it? It took me a moment too. I'm on fire today.
Good one. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
He's a friend.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
The court may not take a short recess, but I would like to take one.
BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
Time for justice for all.
Let's do this.
Witness testimony when I found the body.
I do wonder why we're going back to this specific point though.
To set up her motive.
Yeah, but why the tomato... Oh, wait. Wait, real quick. Do we see that? Oh, no.
It's not there.
Wasn't that her favorite drink? Or was that Juan's?
That was Juan Corrida's.
Oh, okay. Then I've no motive myself. That glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state.
And I have OCD, so I had to clean it up.
And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. Oh yeah, the knife was just a usual prop. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. We're completely changing the entire thing.
This is not what she said earlier at all.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. What
Really,
do you mean
bitch?
you didn't need to include something so trivial? You completely changed it.
You said you poured it for yourself.
And remember the whole, oh, I walked in and it was such a mess, like a fight happened.
Yeah.
Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Let's do this. She has to reveal something else when pressed, so press on everything so far. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right?
Of course not.
Then who did you pour it for?
Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you? In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen. Press A.
Yeah.
Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself.
I never really thought a game would just continue playing the game, dude. So it was a mess. Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Kurita?
I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness?
Question, by the way. Where's all your evidence that it was my client that did it? Slumped over.
Well, then we just go like, oh, the footprint, the
rifle markings.
the button. Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping.
Is it just me or did that right there sound a little odd?
Wanna press that with the evidence?
No. Not yet.
He literally had a knife stick out of his body.
We don't know if a knife was in there when she came or when she saw him slouched over.
It was. Otherwise, Otherwise, the only option is that she rammed the knife in after she found him.
True. Yes. He cannot. Yes. Yes. You would totally notice a golden knife stuck in somebody's chest. And I didn't notice all the rubble laying around. Yeah,
exactly.
That too.
It's like, oh, completely normal. Where is that picture? Crime photo.
That was wrong, Tifa.
What?
Yeah, mash through. We've done this before. Please save.
Oh, how does that contradict?
Please save here.
But how does that not contradict?
And present the knife.
Oh, yeah, the knife actually makes more sense. Was it this one or the previous one?
No, that one.
This one. Nope.
Nope. What? Why are you pressing button to advance text? Reload.
Yeah, because it seemed different.
No. Yeah, it is different because this is the second time we messed up on the same thing. Okay, let's keep pressing. Then what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix. And then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all?
What are those contradicting in the statement? He was slumped over in a chair. Does the knife change whether he was slumped over? No, but when pressed, she further went on, I thought he was just sleeping. I've never seen a person just sleeping with a knife stuck in their chest.
Yeah.
That was my logic. But either way, he is slumped over, that is true.
Nothing seemed odd to her. I think that is pretty odd.
You thought he fainted?
I thought he was asleep at first. But then the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. And that's when you went to pour the glass of juice? Yes, he always has a hard time waking up. So Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink.
I see, and after that, what happened next?
Press on that one too. And how did you come to realize that he was in fact dead?
I shook him over and over, but I never got a response.
And at no point did she ever notice the golden knife stuck inside of him.
Remember how in one of her testimonies she also said she didn't touch him?
Yeah.
So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. I was shocked and staggered backward.
She took his pulse while there was a golden knife.
No, I staggered backwards with the knife and it accidentally landed in his chest.
Bruh, yeah, exactly.
And knocked the flower vase over, so that's what happened. Yes. This is what it all comes down to.
I'm buying YouTube. Okay. But what am I missing here? Like...
It has to be super obvious. Let's go back to it.
Huh?
This is the absolute end for both sides. And Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now is our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case.
Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Gimme. What are you trying to prove? If she thought he wasn't dead, what does that mean? That he was alive? That she thought he was alive?
I feel like we're missing something super obvious that you're trying to point out.
And if when she came in, she says... Wait, what? I swear I'm not stupid, I'm just put on the spot and I'm trying to think and I'm failing.
He was sitting... Just thought he fainted. Which one did we press on with the evidence?
We haven't presented any evidence.
No, before, with the knife and the picture.
If she didn't think he was dead, was the knife there? No, I would assume it wasn't, because that would be weird that she didn't see it.
Thought he was dead, didn't cross my mind.
We've pressed on everything. There was no extra openings.
No, on which one did we present the evidence with the knife and the picture?
This one. So it has to be this one. The thought didn't... I will save you just in case. The thought didn't cross my mind, but how can it be...
Oh, there, you presented the right evidence to the wrong statement.
But how can that be... Nah, crap, wrong button. How can that be if there's a knife?
Oh, wrong one.
When I saw him sitting like that, the thought didn't cross my mind.
I thought you moved away from nothing.
There we go.
Okay, so we were right, just...
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body.
He looks pretty alive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Okay, I didn't want this. I need to recant my earlier statement. I need to add to my testimony. I didn't want to tell the world, but he was really into this kinky stuff. Like, to get off, he would like stab himself with knives, so I thought he was just masturbating when I came in. Sorry.
That's so easily debunked. That's not a good one.
How?
That means he would have scars over his body.
Yeah, so?
It's probably not a single one.
Usually he uses electroshockers.
That also leaves marks on the skin.
Oh, whatever. You and your logic. Normally he was into autoerotic asphyxiation. Good luck proving that now that he has been strangled to death.
Then what does the knife do?
He fell onto that.
Yes.
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corrida's chest. Anyone who saw the scene would have immediately thought that there was a dead man.
To be fair, sometimes I just don't see things that are right in front of me and the knife blended in with the costume.
It doesn't.
The color.
The knife is not the same color as the rest of the
Oh,
costume.
you know, it's a black and white picture.
Because his outfit was clearly white and gold, Tifa.
Yeah, exactly. And so is the
not
knife.
Black and blue. Carry on.
You walked right into that one because the knife is gold too, so it matches perfectly into his outfit.
The button was silver.
So?
Wait. No, we don't have a picture of him.
The button is white.
We don't have a color picture of him. Whatever. Carry on.
That's... well, you see...
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. And then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is...
Please, Judge. Miss Andrews. Your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer.
No! But more dramatic.
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Madongard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
Then you go to jail.
And there's no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Madongard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. But now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
This went too smooth. We haven't gone into the whole mentor thing, so it's not over yet.
Yeah, there's definitely a second part of this trial, but...
Also, I would like a trial where they don't admit that they're guilty.
Yeah.
Just keep going, even though there's heaps of evidence, just keep going with the I'm innocent shtick.
Yeah, just every time they are asked a question, they pull out Shaggy's, wasn't me.
Exactly.
But we caught you on camera, wasn't me. Just that, over and over. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Madongard.
It's part of his job. It would be weird if he didn't. Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
But she doesn't have to do this if she's incriminating herself.
The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head. But as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt and Guard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie! I don't believe you! What? I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? Some people believe their own lies. Yes, that's the worst. When not just in court, but in general. When people just believe something that is factually untrue and there is nothing you can do to change their opinion. Like when Tifa thinks, I'm wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm. I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. Scared of your bullshit? It's Franziska von Karma.
Is that what I smell? Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly into the words of another. Mm-hmm. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
And right now Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt and Guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging on to them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is Get our not guilty. That is my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone, help me. Are we gonna go with it was really someone else?
It was the killer. He literally name-dropped himself. There's a ship between Adrian and Francie, by the way. First of all,
What?
of course there is. Second of all, that seems toxic as fuck. Somebody who uses people and somebody who is so dependent on others. I don't see how that's gonna be a...
It's the sub and dom relationship.
Nah.
But nah, I don't see this ship at all.
Not my favorite ship.
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor.
The court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
What are we supposed to say is just get the verdict on. And we don't need more of the truth. We've seen plenty of truth.
Yeah. I prefer friend Maya. It's like shipping Squidward and SpongeBob. I like it better than Adrian and Francie. Mutual, I can fix her energy. I don't get the idea from Adrian Andrews at all that she has an inkling of I can fix anybody.
I don't ship anyone in this game, actually.
No, same. I don't see the characters like this. I see too many. No, I don't find any of them actually attractive. Looks aside, that can be argued. Like all of these people are weird and not my kind of weird. Now I've had an image of Squidward and Francie's outfit in my head. And do you
would
like
look
it?
absolutely fabulous in it.
Franziska's like, I will fix her. Yes, I will fix her enough for both of us.
Right, I suggest you think very carefully about this. You know what? For the sake of all of it, I'm gonna ship Edgy Poo and...
Yes, yes. But not as a romantic thing. More like the mother I never had.
I dislike Edgeworth enough to ship him romantically. He's gonna be stuck with her.
I love your petty energy, but I hate the outcome. All the same.
Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. Commit suicide? Is that the...
Real quick, I know who I ship. That has to be. It has to be like a. It's not in canon. It could never be. I ship Mo and Comedy. That'd be nice. Liar. I know you run the Rule 34 account for this game, Jack. Do I need to remind you that your Discord literally has a Rule 34 channel? And ours doesn't.
Should do it Thirsty Thursday again.
Oh god, that was so bad back then.
That was so much fun.
Narumitsu forever. Phoenix and Edgeworth. I could see it. I can see where people get that, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the more obvious one, I guess, but no.
Y'all broke the bottom overused. Listen, if you put all the tools to build a house in front of a group of builders, you can't be shocked Pikachu face because they built you a house. That's not on them.
Good times, man. Good old days.
Maya X Burgers.
Who's Burgers again?
Maya loves hamburgers.
Oh, I was thinking of a character named Burgers.
It's like Tifa X Food, yes.
Yeah, yep.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right? Nope.
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm the one that requests a not guilty verdict.
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this, not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you're really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Sure, Mr. On Guard would get an acquittal, but in his place you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end?
But be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong. And how does the killer fit in all this?
He's a bellboy. He can move freely without anybody looking at him twice. Because nobody ever looks at the help. He's basically invisible to everybody.
Yeah, but how does he fit in the story? Is he the one that killed Juan? Is he like what my original theory was, the number 3 trying to take him out, but he didn't want On Guard to actually go down for it? But then why does all the evidence point towards him? Like, what is his part in all of this?
What is his story? That's a Star Wars thing. I think the bellboy is basically Andric. Andric, for those of you who don't know, doesn't like anime. You could say he hates anime. He doesn't. He just doesn't like it. For some reason, the killer hates Juan Corrida and Matt On Guard. And so he disguised himself as a bellboy. I wouldn't be shocked if it turned out to be in the very opening. Wait a goddamn second. Wait, my brain is processing. This happens so rarely. In the very first case, in the opening, we had the nightmare situation. And after the nightmare cutscene, we saw the person who ended up being the murderer attack Phoenix, and then the case happened.
Mm-hmm.
What was with the second case? That was the circus. Was there a cutscene?
I'm not sure where you're going at. There was no cuts. Every case has a cutscene.
Yeah. The second case had the cutscene of Eenie and Mini driving down the highway.
Oh yeah, the car one. I'm still not sure where you're getting it, but...
There, in the opening, we also saw the murderer. Yes?
No.
Yes, we did. Eenie, Miny.
Well, technically,
Sorry,
yes.
Mimi, Miny. Now, third case breaks the rule. I was going to say, we always see or get some sort of clue to who the actual culprit is in the openings.
Not really, it just sets up the story.
But the opening introduced 3 ninja characters. And I wouldn't be shocked if the bellboy is the actor of the third place, like we've discussed before.
Yeah, but then it still doesn't make sense, because why frame Matt for it and then go like, oh, you need to get not guilty? Then why go through all of the trouble of framing him?
Because he set up the murder crime scene and all of this so that the only logical conclusion anybody could come to is it wasn't Matt, it was his manager. Matt without his manager is useless. Besides being useless without his manager, who does everything from including his thinking, he probably will be enveloped in the scandal and lose his job. Therefore, first place ninja is gone, samurai. Second place ninja dude is gone, making the third place the last biggest show still standing.
Yeah, but it doesn't add up.
He serves a tequila to the judge. But you didn't see Acro, did you? No. That's why I'm thinking, my whole thinking of we do actually see or get a clue in the intro doesn't ring true.
Processing led to nothing. Andric doesn't hate anime, but he absolutely hates breakfast for dinner. Continue, that is true.
Objection. The best ship is a polycule between Boniato, Gumshoe, and Adrian Andrews.
Okay.
Alright. Enjoy.
I would totally get the love for Gumshoe. If there's one character to pick here, I would also go for Gumshoe. But Adrian Andrews? No.
Gumshoe is like a puppy to me. Like, I appreciate him. He has his heart in the right spot, but I would be so fucking annoyed at him. all the goddamn time with how inept he is. Or can be.
You don't work with him together.
Yeah, but I would imagine he's also like this in private life. Meanwhile.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this, however.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop!
Mr. Edgeworth!
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What? And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop! Please stop! No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. That's...
It's the second part of a suicide report, the attempted suicide report.
What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. Do you have to do it with some salt in it?
He's still a dick. The secret of her dependent nature. And other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Also, he's calling that an illness.
Yeah, I found that weird too.
Please, please stop! I beg you, if people find out... I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
He is such an asshole. Edgeworth, how can you be so cold?
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do.
Okay.
So, will you tell the court yourself or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please, help me. Nothing matters anymore.
I hated him for his scene. Yeah.
Yeah, the way that was... Or he just knows her personality that well that he knew exactly that this is what was needed.
There's a million ways to do this, and he chose one of the worst ones.
Yeah, or the most effective one.
Okay, but that line is fucking iconic. For a villain, yes. Yes. Reminder, he is the antagonist to Phoenix Wright. Usual storytelling device would be that we don't like our antagonists. He could be an anti-hero for all we know.
I say we would save here.
You can't though.
Why not?
Because you cannot save right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now you can save. I agree with you, but I needed to take the thunder out of it. Boo! I know. Tell Tifa, not me. I would be willing to go for another 15 to 30 minutes, but...
Okay.
I think that the illness he refers is probably her depression or dependent disorder.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
The
way he said it was just so rough.
I don't know if in English illness is the right word to use. I understand why somebody would. I would have gone with affliction, but... Wait, my boo worked?
Sometimes it does.
Welcome to my favorite letter is democracy.
Don't... Oh.
I guess that's the end of the stream after all, because Tifa just went through her shoulder.
I hurt my shoulder earlier and
And she's leaving the frame.
Misused that. Okay. Don't even think that's gonna work every stream, though.
I think this is the second time it has worked. Last time was somewhere in Higurashi. You can wait for me all you want, but you're Miss Andrews. I guess in Japan these mental problems are viewed as shameful or weak.
That
Cultural
is
difference?
True.
Possibly, yeah.
Mental illnesses don't exist in Asian culture.
Regardless of like the where, which might very well be a cultural thing, also the time matters, I think, because this originally was written in the early 2000s. Where the stigma of psychological issues was still very different compared to nowadays. So, still a dick move. Yeah.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
A bit of an inconvenience.
Stabbed the body with a knife! But why would you do that?
To frame en garde, come on.
Isn't it obvious to pin the blame on a certain person? A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but
That is such a disrespectful line.
this is the truth. Okay, so someone else has killed him.
Yeah, the killer.
She panicked and decided to set up Matt.
Life gave me a lemon, I'm making lemonade now. Yeah.
The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man, I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
What guilt, though? Last time?
She did find the actual suicide note, and in it, it wasn't Juan that drove her to commit suicide, but it was Matt, which is why she is trying to frame Matt for the murder.
Are we going for a poetry, it rhymes kind of thing? The current scandal is that Matt en garde pushed his manager to deal with Juan Corrida, which made her fall in love with him, started the relationship. When in truth, Celeste Inpax was the manager of Juan Corrida back then, who was in a relationship with Matt en garde. And that went bad and she decided to kill herself.
Life gave her lemons and she squeezed them in her enemy's eyes.
As you should.
That's
Fuck your
a
enemies.
good use of lemons.
And why would Juan hide the note?
Because maybe he actually was friends with Matt or considered it a good rivalry and thought he didn't want to let that go to waste, or
Or because he's
somehow
a dumb asshole.
protecting him, or that. Or he wanted to beat Matt, and if he would go down for murder, he would never become number one
Oh god, for all rivalry thing again.
on his own power.
Last time?
It's gonna be something stupid. So Mr. Andrews,
Who?
so Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with the knife.
Mr. Andrews, Adrian's dad showed up and did it for her.
This case is like...
It's a roller coaster, but it does keep going in circles.
Yeah, and then the end station is a different roller coaster.
Yeah, somehow.
However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt en garde for the murder. Also, I hope she's going to jail for this too.
She should, yeah.
And this is her crime.
What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
How are you not shocked?
He's too old. Get it? Because he's old. Games made that joke before. What was the inconvenience she had? But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck, but that scarf is part of the Jammin' Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice.
Kinda fucked up though. What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife and returned to the scene of the crime.
So you ever want to stab a victim with that knife?
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. And then when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something.
Wait. Isn't it weird that she has the same card as the killer did? And she didn't know where she got it from either.
Yeah.
The killer is the killer. That's the thing.
But how does he fit in?
We'll find out.
That's the thing.
I don't know, man. Taking a nap after murdering a guy?
It's definitely not Matt.
No. He's too dumb for that.
If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Ungard's hakama? Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they?
Not in these games, no. What's that inconvenience? An inconvenience?
There was a woman with a camera at the ready loitering in the hallway. She definitely is an inconvenience.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready pacing back and forth.
That's Miss Oldberg for you.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
Remember, he said he didn't kill anybody and the Magatama didn't show any Psyclocks.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't Matt. He might be a dick or an asshole or whatever, but he did not kill Juan Corrido. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is the secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So after that you went back to Mr. Ungard's room and planted the button.
Into Matt's hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word! What does all of this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Ungard.
No.
Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Franziska, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done.
Can Franziska von Karma please go to jail now? She's tampering with the witnesses.
The best thing is that she apparently immediately told Franziska, which is also extremely weird.
No, it isn't.
She was trying to frame Matt. Why at the very first conversation would you go, oh sorry, I did this for...
Because she is somebody who needs somebody strong to latch onto, to model herself after, to take care, and Franziska fulfills that archetype to a T.
It makes no sense to tell the police part what you did.
It's not about her being police or whatever, it's about the way she carries herself.
I find this extremely weird.
I see it.
That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as the testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor. The defense still...
You did this to yourself, Phoenix. Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
She depends on confident women because she's extremely insecure lady. I kinda get her, yeah.
I fully understand that point, but then why would you say it to the one who's trying to catch the murderer?
Who says that she did tell her that?
Well, I guess Franziska could have concluded it on her own.
Franziska could have figured it out and went like, hey, listen, bitch, do this, do that, done. Because all Franziska von Karma cared about was getting the guilty verdict ASAP to destroy Phoenix.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
if she found out herself already, I get it. But if she would just go like, oh yeah, by the way, I did this, then absolutely not.
I could see both happening.
That would ruin this entire case for me.
That's my secret, Cap. I always depend on the confident.
I mean, Kelly is a good one to...
As you should.
Depend on.
Yes, exactly. Here isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please, let it go, Mr. Wright.
But...
Mr. Atchworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
And in comes Maya.
Today's trial, it's over. And I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth.
What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
Like the fucking Joker, he leaves a calling card. That's his kink.
She said she found it in her purse.
Yeah, but like that's his kink. The killer goes around, does heinous crimes, and then leaves the card behind. He also left one with Maya.
Yeah, but I still don't get how it fits in.
Adrian probably saw the confidence in Von Karma that she saw in Celeste and told her everything as she immediately trusted her. I could see that.
If that is the case though, still completely ruins this case for me.
Ignore her. Where the fuck would you take her? The room.
That day? Yes. So yesterday, I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was laying there right next to him.
Was lying her.
So she even took evidence from the crime scene.
You found that card next to the victim's body.
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
I hate you, lady. I hate you so much. Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why.
Witness, that card! Give it to me! Hurry!
Edgeworth.
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This! I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
Objection, she didn't hide shit. She was playing with it the entire time she was on the stand.
The illness was stupidity. Also from a distance, he probably couldn't see exactly what was on it.
How big do you think the room is?
Big?
Edgy Poo needs new glasses.
And she keeps moving it? I didn't mean to... What is this all about?
Crime scene klepto, yes. I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card. What in the world is it and what does it mean?
Could have saved us an entire day.
Hey, we've seen the screen twice today. Oh my god, it took us 17 minutes from when I said 15 to 30 minutes longer. It's almost like I'm good at this. And Tifa continues the game in the background because Tifa just does Tifa things.
My bad.
Tifa will never understand that the game continues the moment she gets out of his menu.
Actually, he uses glasses in other games. There you have it too.
Boo? No. But it's very sweet of you, thank you. Nice try. Ironically, he does get glasses.
That card has been used now. Yeah, but she keeps playing around with it. The fact that we see what's on it is just for our convenience.
Yes. So that we go, that's the thing from that other room. Yeah. Oops, I was a bit late on the draw. It's never too late to confirm what somebody else has said.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Tifa,
this should get her more on her sentence.
Tifa is completely over it when she cannot fully get behind Andrews doing what she did, telling Von Karma.
Yeah.
Tifa is completely out of the game now. Everything else, Mo, Money the Monkey, Regina, all of that stuff, Tifa can just suspend her disbelief, it's fine. But somebody who clinically needs somebody else to look up to and latch onto, actually doing that, and it creating a toxic scenario. Tifa's like, no, I can't.
No, I can't fully get that. But to then immediately tell the police.
Not the police, Franziska von Karma.
Who is part of the police.
No, she isn't.
You don't know what
she isn't.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not. The prosecution lawyers are not part of the police.
She isn't technically, yeah, she's a prosecutor, but in this world she is. Gumshoe even works for her.
Yes, that's also the same in reality. To a degree. They don't work for them, but they work with each other.
That they work with each other is one thing, but Gumshoe works for her. She has the power to fire Gumshoe. In this world, they are the same thing. They just have different roles. She is part of the police in this situation.
No, she isn't. She has enough influence over the police force, however, to cause him to get fired.
Regardless.
Plus, she's a piece of shit.
That I can agree with.
You really think Franziska von Karma, whose only reason for her heart to beat is to beat Phoenix Wright, to humiliate him, would not go find a vulnerable woman and go, I'm a fuck with her until I get what I need.
My point though is, in this world, if you tell something to the prosecution, you are directly telling it to the police technically. And that is what she did, which is already immediately admitting to the crime. The fact that she's telling it to a piece of shit like Franziska was in her favor in this case. But
it's because she's a baddie, yes. That helps.
Besides, don't we already know I get stuck on things? It's like in, what was it, in Higurashi, where they talk about going to a 5-star restaurant and then they show images of
a restaurant,
a forest cafe, which was obviously not very high class.
Please excuse her. She doesn't know what she speaks. She doesn't work for her directly. Prosecutors just have a lot of sway over the police. Yes, just like in real life, which makes it damn near impossible for prosecutors to ever investigate the police. Yeah, because they have a symbiotic relationship almost.
I have explained why my thoughts are like that.
Yeah, but your thoughts are wrong.
I'm not writing it off yet. It isn't confirmed at the moment still. But it does get me annoyed at this case. I miss Mo.
This is the same person that wants to play Shenmue 3.
Oh yeah, after this.
I have a lot of opinions on Franziska and her similarities with Adrian. They both need therapy, yes. I say this so many times about characters we encounter in video games. A sandwich, a hug, and therapy. I don't know in which order, but those 3 things will definitely help this person. Mostly the therapy.
Probably does.
Adrian has mommy issues, Franziska has daddy issues. I see it, unfortunately. I see it.
Back issues, I +1 on that.
And daddy issues, because earlier we confirmed I'm a deadbeat dad and Tifa is your real dad. So, potato, am I right?
I have nothing more.
No, I can tell how you are just sweltering in your own hatred. I don't know if that translates on camera, but you know in anime and stuff when like there's this epic showdown about to happen and then like the main hero guy walks up to the bad guy and they just look at each other and then you see this aura happen, like the energy just like glistening around him, or like they go Super Saiyan, you have all of this Tifa right now. I can feel it till like here. Also, Franziska 100% has dependency issues similar to Adrian. She feigns being hot as prosecutor because she's imitating Manfred, just like Adrian puts up a facade of confidence by imitating Celeste. Furthermore, if you lock the two of them in a room, which I'm pretty sure Franziska has done, I wouldn't be shocked if Franziska, getting wind of this, goes, oh my god, I have these issues, like with my dad and stuff. To make her open up, to use her vulnerable moment, because Franziska von Karma is one of the biggest pieces of shit we've encountered in all of Ace Attorney so far.
I can agree to that, yes.
She would 100% prey on a person like this.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Still, you victim blame Adrian for
Yes.
telling her.
Until I know how that scene went down, I am staying in this state.
There's also a reason where every case, not you two, revolves around someone losing a sibling or someone incredibly close to him and Franny moving mountains to protect those people. That's a good point. That's a oh shit, that's deep. I didn't even realize that, at least not consciously. That's true.
Yeah.
Was that ever actually like confirmed by the writers, or is that just like a byproduct of how the story is written? Because I fully agree with you. I just wonder if that was intentional or it just happened to be this way.
Same, but when you write it out like that, there's a point there. It still makes her a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And in the wrong function. And with everything we have learned so far, she should have been fired a long time ago already. I
think it had to be intentional. Yeah. Doesn't really matter, she's protecting murderers. Oh, yeah. Those two things are mutually exclusive. Like, one doesn't automatically make you a better person. Like, oh, I care for siblings. Yeah, but you still tamper with victims. You still, with witnesses, and victims in this case. You still tamper with evidence. You pull all of this, which, according to me, should be illegal bullshit. So, you're still a piece of shit.
It's not even protecting murderers that does it for me. It's the fact that she's willing to nail it down on innocent people.
Yes, like,
because it's not
just
just
two people who...
It's not just, hey, I'm protecting this murderer because I understand why they did this murder.
Yeah, she goes like one step further and puts an innocent person behind bars.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna protect this murderer and pin it on this other innocent person. You could have just gone, I'm gonna protect him and this is a cold case, we have no murderer, you know? We don't have to pin it down on someone else.
First, she steps on your foot breaking a toe and then she steals your puppy. That's Franziska von Karma.
That does sum it up pretty good.
Yeah. To be fair, that's pretty much where Edgeworth was prior to the first game too.
Yeah, and I don't like Edgeworth either.
Yes. Yes. I see why people like him. He has this kind of going from antagonist to anti-hero energy that's like meandering through his writing. I get it. He to me appears to be consistently written with this little development character arc he's going through. I still don't like him as a person. I didn't like him in the beginning. I still don't like him now.
As a character, I do like him. In the game, unlike Franziska. Yeah. But there, as I've mentioned several times as well, that is more to do with the too obvious things that she's sabotaging things and we just let her roll off with it. It's not as subtle, she messed with the evidence.
I think I need to rephrase because what I said can be confusing. I don't like his character, I like him as a character.
Yeah.
Like all of the character traits that he is portraying, I absolutely hate people like this. But he is well written because I have met people who act similar to this before. He's just an amalgamation of all of them. So like, yeah, if I combine a couple people in my head, you could create a piece of shit like him. Yeah,
Makes sense.
I see it. I will say it sounds like you will love a very specific prosecutor in a later game. And not just because he's the German equivalent of a weeaboo. I look forward to that. I didn't like that prosecutor. I prefer Francie and edgy. Okay.
I will look forward to it.
I have a strong feeling I know who it is because he is in the Steam banner for this game, I think.
Oh, the one that looks like the Terminator?
Daft Punk-ish. I don't think that's a spoiler. I mean, if you just buy the game, you can see him. I'm not really Daft Punkish. He looks like somebody smashed a toaster in his face. I think that's the closest.
It's most likely because there's no other characters that have to do with the case in the banner art, with the exception of prosecution.
Yeah, they're also doing like an artwork thing where like the good guys go on one side of the screen and the others go, yeah.
I dare you spoil this. This is Steam spoiling it.
I hear you, but like it's literally in the art you need to look at when you start the game. Like, it's not a spoiler, I think it's just teaser. He looks like white Geordie LaForge, but with hair. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with yeah too, but I have no clue who that is.
That's why we need to get you up to speed on Star Trek. It's the royal you, always has been. Is there somebody we can rate? I believe Skinner What are you doing, Skinner, if you can ever hear this? Why are you streaming at times when we can't rate you no more? Fix that.
Skinner ain't there, man. He streams at ungodly times.
That's why Brexit happened. Tifa, press the button.
Pressing.
I'm disappointed in you, Skinner. Thank you, everybody, for Ace Attorney with us. We'll be back on Friday with The Killer, maybe? Let's see. Bye.
Thank you.